Coming to China, I wasn't sure what to expect.
That looks amazing. What is that? It's beautiful. I mean, it's very simple, but extremely grand.
And in Xian, I was one of the very few Westerners walking around. This was the capital for over 1,000 years, but it was almost forgotten until a simple farmer made an amazing discovery.
Okay, so you see this guy? Well, he and about 8,000 of his other friends are what put Xi'an on the map, turned this into an ancient overnight success. You see them all over this city, and we are about to see the real thing. So I'm at my hotel, about to pick up my car. Let's head out.
When I heard about the Terracotta Army, I put Xi'an at the top of my list of cities I had to visit in China.
So we're about to see what many consider to be the 8th wonder of the world. 2 million visitors travel hundreds, if not thousands of miles out of their way. They take 12-hour trains like I did with one thing in mind, to see one of the greatest discoveries of the 20th century.
I'm walking through part of a massive tomb complex originally built during the 3rd century BC.
Oh, wow.
This is Vault 1. The largest of 3 discovered so far. It's the size of 2 football fields.
So right now we're looking at a piece of an army, a terracotta army of 8,000 men.
Yeah, nearly 8,000.
So how were they found then? Who found them?
They found in 1974 by local farmer. That year is really dry. They want to get some water to irrigate their crops. But they happen to find the warriors.
So how old are the warriors?
The warriors is about 2,200 years old.
2,200 years old? So they've been hidden from everybody's view for nearly, over 20 centuries. That's incredible.
It's hard to believe that something of this scale was never meant to be seen by anyone. It was all built for China's first emperor, Qin. This was the same guy who unified China, built the Great Wall, and established a system of roads. Pretty impressive for 3rd century BC. And his reason for making the warriors? You're really not going to believe this.
And so the emperor constructed the army to do what? What was their purpose?
They believe afterlife.
Even in his afterlife, he was still the emperor.
Still is the emperor. Still need a lot of armies. Still need a lot of soldiers.
So they're just like a pharaoh in Egypt, how they bring things into their tomb with them to take in the afterlife. He was doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So the men that we're actually seeing, they are an army. I mean, they have all the status and the rank of a real army that could protect them.
Today, this army of clay is protected by one of the largest freestanding airport hangars in the world. They say no 2 soldiers are alike. Check out the faces, the armor.
That's amazing to think that each one is different. Each one has its own personality. Some are happy to be there, some are stern.
You know, each one have really detailed emotions.
So each one's a real man.
Yeah.
Building all of this took 700,000 people, 38 years. But here's what I really find unbelievable. My guide says that every one of the workers was likely buried alive inside, all to protect the secret location of the emperor's tomb and his afterlife army.
They have really seriously quality control policy. If someone finish one piece, someone will check the quality. If that's great quality, that's okay. If not, the man will be punished.
How would he be punished?
Well, some people say will be killed, and I didn't understand.
So these sections right here are just filled with soldiers waiting to be unearthed.
Yeah.
There are 1,200 right now excavated. So you have 6,800 left. It's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Amazing. For 2,200 years, the terracotta soldiers laid beneath the earth. An army of 8,000 men that were never meant to be discovered. Just makes you wonder as you're walking around China, what else is under here? So if something is over 2,000 years old and is considered one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, you can bet there's a gift shop.
But not just your ordinary gift shop. In fact, most of the tour buses drop you off at these factories where they make life-size warriors. I know what you're thinking. Tourist trap. I thought the same thing. But once you're inside...
Okay. Wow. You can actually see them being made? That's wonderful.
In the same original way, 22 centuries before.
So this craftsman here is using much of the same technique as Emperor Qin's own artisans.
It's quite the same.
It can take over a month to finish just one. Hey, but the great thing is, it can end up in your backyard.
I heard that you can actually have one custom made.
No problem. Actually, Samantha, if you like, we can make your head on the terracotta soldier's body.
You can put my head there?
Yeah, what you
Someone
think?
would do a mold of my head and I could put it on
problem.
it. I would put it in my front lawn, Chris, and I'd scare all my neighbors. I'd be a terracotta soldier. Why is he pounding so hard?
Since the clay, the soft, is getting any hole inside. That's not allowed. We have that.
There can be no air pockets. He has to make sure it's all smooth.
And this is a pretty unique factory. And the reason why the customer comes here, they can try to do some parts by themselves.
So I can try?
Yeah, if you like.
He needs a break, right?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to try. This is great. Just pound?
Yeah, just pound it. Yeah.
So this is exactly how they used to do it over 20 centuries ago.
Exactly the same raw material, but you have to take care. This clay is quite sticky.
Okay, it's sticky.
It's quite sticky.
Okay.
You can feel it.
And so how big is this one going to be, Chris? Like this size?
This is just a half-sized figures.
Okay.
The real soldier is much taller than this.
Right. But if I want to fit this in my luggage, this is a good size. The big ones.
It's will be like an American movie, Mission Impossible. Yeah, we'll have to get it shipped. Yeah.
It's amazing. It was just a ball of clay 3 hours ago, and now you start to see the man evolve.
Yeah.
Next, into an oven. They seal it up with mud. This oven looks like it came out of a time machine. This doesn't get open for 4 weeks, so taking home my personalized terracotta soldier today is not an option. Still, I can't go home empty-handed.
And so once they come out of the oven, they make it to the shelves of the gift shop. And as you can see, all different sizes. Prices range from $7 all the way up to $2,000 for a life-size terracotta warrior. And I understand that this is a model, a replica, but when you're in that hangar, you can't get up close, and you just want to check one out. And being here, you can have an up-close moment with a terracotta warrior.
After spending a day playing hard and working harder, it's time to head back to my hotel. And you can't ask for a better location. It's inside the city wall. From here, I can walk anywhere.
Interestingly enough, most of the hotels here in Xi'an are Western brands, and I find that when you're traveling to a country so vastly different than your own, the familiarity is really nice. And as you look around, you can see, even though this is a Western brand, very Chinese, and it's that balance between East and West that they do really well here.
I love having a big bathroom, and the way it's all set up makes the room feel, well, roomy.
After a long day of hoofing it on the streets of Xi'an, it's just a really comfortable place to return to. Oh, and may I just say that room service here has one of the best hamburgers I have ever had.
I know it's strange to see an egg on a hamburger, but I'm telling you, it's great.
Sometimes you just need a little taste of home, and a break from using chopsticks.
I'm taking this recipe back home. Coming up next, this was only seen by the emperors for hundreds of years. But now, it's something we get to see, and it's only in Xi'an. And later, in China, bigger is better. So wait till you see the biggest water show in